Then here come the excuse of, well, I'm grown, I can do it. They can't do it, they children. This is how stupid this is. Most things folks say they with is wrong across the whole board, no matter what age you is. Folks say that about drinking, smoking, clubbing, having promiscuous sex, etc. These are wrong no matter who you are, no matter what age you is. It's my page. I can post what I want. Ignorant. I don't post for validation. I post for myself. Ignorant. On the brother end, my uncle, what she post, I don't care what she wear. She come home to me every night. Equally ignorant. Now, the reason I'm making this video, I'm finna put the comments of what the sister said up on the screen. And like, y'all can just take y'all time read them. But under one of my videos, a brother and a sister was going back and forth. A sister basically was saying, I can post whatever I want to post. It's my page, etc. On the brother, like, you don't post for yourself. You post for other people's validation. She like, well, even if I post for other people's validation, it's still my page. I can do what I want. All right, cool. Now, in this video, we're going to debunk that. We're going to say, what's the problem? Even if it's your page, you got full control of it. All right, cool. What's wrong with posting what you want? What's wrong with posting pictures that reveal yourself in a seductive manner? Because the only time in a relationship that I seen or that I said something to a woman about, hey, like, watch what you post, is mainly towards her posting herself in a seductive or in a promiscuous way, wearing these revealing clothes, it's showing the backside, showing the cleavage. You know what I'm saying? That's really the only time brothers say something. So when we say, watch what you post, that's what they mean 9 times out of 10. Now let's go over the multitude of ways it's wrong to post what you want, even though you grown and at your big girl age and all that. First thing, do children mimic the actions of the adults around them? Yes. If this is the case, which it is, if you dressing seductive and posting these seductive type pictures, now you posting it for the world to see. It ain't like your page private, you posting it in your close friends or you selected certain people. No, you posting it for the world to see. So all the children that look up to you or grow up around you, you help raise, etc. All them little kids in your family looking at you and say, okay, it's clicking in their head that this must be cool. So since children mimic the adults around them, when they start wearing the same thing that they seen you post, you will try to be a hypocrite and dig yourself in a deeper hole and say, well, you shouldn't wear that. Okay. If you wearing it, now you're telling them they shouldn't wearing it. Now you're a hypocrite. So now you lose credibility and respect in their head. But furthermore than that, why would you wear it anyway if you don't want them to wear it? You won't get respect from men by posting your body online. And now you're losing respect from the children. We'll get into the losing respect from men part a little later. Then here come the excuse of, well, I'm grown, I can do it. They can't do it, they children. This is how stupid this is. Most things folks say they with is wrong across the whole board, no matter what age you is. Folks say that about drinking, smoking, clubbing, having promiscuous sex, etc. These are wrong no matter who you are, no matter what age you is. No matter if you 100 years old or 10 years old, drinking bad, smoking bad, all the other things bad. It's only a few things you can say that actually make sense. Like, you know, marriage not bad, and all the components of marriage not bad. You can say, yeah, it's bad for a 10-year-old to get married. Why is it bad for the 10-year-old to get married? Because they not wise enough to be able to make decisions that deep. They don't know how to necessarily gauge and judge every aspect of, is this a good partner? Am I good enough to make this my partner? You see what I'm saying? They can't look that deeply into it. Where I ain't gonna say they can't. In our society, we don't teach them to look that deep into it at that young of an age. So some stuff like marriage, you can say, okay, that would make sense for an adult to do, but not necessarily wise for a child to do. Majority of the other things folks use the excuse of, well, I'm grown, I can do it for, it's still wrong. But since you grown, that grown attitude then gave you the perspective of, well, can't nobody tell me what to do. I do what I want. That type of mindset make you ignorant and arrogant. But you say it's okay for you to post what you want, even if you dressing in a revealing manner, cleavage showing, every crevice of your body showing, and you post these things online. You would say, okay, it's your page. You can do what you want. Then if the kid try to do it after you, you would say they wrong. Well, why are they wrong? Now, if you tell the kid they wrong and they try to challenge you on it, or just question you and ask you to articulate why they wrong, first you might think, well, this kid not the wisest anyway for even trying to argue me back on this, and I know more than them. But articulate it. Why is the child wrong for not listening to you when you tell them don't dress immodestly, don't dress in a revealing manner? You'll get some type of justification like it's sick people out here that'll look at a child in a lustful manner and then try to take advantage of that child. So since that's the case, it's not wise for you to dress in a revealing manner. Cool. All right, stop there. She should cover herself properly because people will look at her in a lustful manner and people will try to take advantage of her. All right, break it down even further. We know what's wrong with men looking at her in a lustful manner. I don't know if the word is safe for YouTube, so we're just, make it PG-13 and say those men will be pedophiles. Okay, so that's what's wrong with the first part, a man looking at her in a seductive manner. What's wrong with the second part? Like, how would men try to take advantage of her? Because you know, like I know, a child is not as wise as a adult, as a grown man. So he might use manipulation tactics to get her to do things a wiser, older version of herself wouldn't do. So her lack of knowledge, her lack of wisdom makes her a prey towards somebody that's looking to act predatory towards her. These reasons is the same reasons you don't want any sister dressing in a revealing manner and posting them revealing pictures out for the world to see. No matter if it's your sister, your cousin, your wife, your auntie, your grandma, a random stranger you see walking down the street. If you got love for sisters, you wouldn't want them to post themselves in a revealing manner, in a seductive or promiscuous manner. We're finna really dive into it and show you how the same reasons you said, nah, it's wrong for the child is the same reasons for any adult. Let's go back to reason number one. It's wrong for somebody to look at this child in a in a lustful manner. Okay, so if this is wrong, cause the P word, the pedophile word, we can't openly say. If that's wrong because of that, how is it wrong if somebody look at an adult in a lustful manner? Cool. Let's say a woman posts herself online or just walk down the street or whatever and she looking sexy. She looking real seductive, cleavage showing, all the crevices showing, etc. All right. If this sister posts herself for the world to see, guess who else on social media? A lot of brothers who in monogamous relationships, a lot of brothers who married, a lot of brothers who might even be single, but trying to grow strength over their sexual desires. Then they see this sister pop across their timeline, dressing in that type of manner. You, sister, are not only being a bad sister to the young kids looking after you and they trying to mimic your behavior. All these brothers, they got women, whether this woman just their girlfriend right now or this woman their wife. All these brothers, they got women. You being a bad sister to them by having their man lust over you, by presenting yourself in a way that will weaken their discipline, that will weaken that man's discipline, that make him want to act on doing something sexual towards you. Now, people will try to say, we'll make a separate video about this because we can go down a rabbit hole on this. People will try to say, well, that's the brother's fault. He need to have more discipline. I should be able to do whatever I want and he should still be able to control himself. Okay, for one, that's not the case. whether we try to argue it should be like that or whatever, is not the case. So since that's not the case, since that's not the reality, don't try to just throw it out there and make that the reality if you're not willing to help the brothers work on it. You know what would help the brothers work on it? If you will cover yourself. If you know the brother's weak, cover yourself. But since you know brother's weak and you know you're going to post for this validation, for all the hard eyes, etc., you still continue to post when you know taking brothers on is out. And then you say, well, the brothers need to grow strength anyway. They don't got nothing to do with me. No, you being a bad sister to all the other sisters who trying to have happy homes, happy relationships, happy marriages. You not being a good sister to them by doing actions that can weaken their household. Simple as that. And you not being a good sister to the brother this week. The brother don't want to ruin his household. Yes, the brother do need to grow discipline. I'm not putting all the accountability on the sister. The brother does need to grow some discipline. But help the brother. We are brothers. We are sisters. We are supposed to help one another. If the brother is weak, you being a bad sister by acting on the brother's weakness. Help the brother build strength. Simple as that. So you being a bad sister to the other sisters, to the brothers, and the kids under you. Guess what? You also being bad in the eyes of God. Because if we read the Bible, God tell us not to be a stumbling block for our other brothers and sisters. Now, I'll put the verse up on the screen so you don't think I'm making something up. Let's say I'm doing something that's not necessarily bad, but it will lead to my brother sinning. I'm still wrong for that. I take accountability to that. Now, we talking about biblically. This ain't what you think or what I think. Nah, we can pull the verses up. I forgot what book it's in and what chapter it is, but in the Bible, it talk about one person doing something that's not a sin. I think the example is they ate some food. Like the people of the town believed in idols and they were like send food out for the idol. The brother was finna eat the food or did eat the food or something. And the brother was wise enough to know, brother, ain't no such thing as other gods. Ain't no idols, none of that. He like, brother, it's garbage. But even though him doing that is not a sin, his action would lead to other brothers sinning, falling into trouble, etc. So it would be wise of him to not do the thing, even though the thing is not necessarily a sin. Now we talking about biblically. So if in the Bible, you're not supposed to be a stumbling block for the weak. You're supposed to love your brothers as you love yourself. Love your neighbors as you love yourself. Then are you right religiously if you dress in a manner that's seductive? If you dress in a manner that's a stumbling block to the other brothers that's sexually weak, that's sexually undisciplined? Are you a good person? Are you good morally, religiously, in the eyes of God? No. So that's 4 ways right there. We just proved how you wrong. You wrong with the kids. You wrong with other sisters. You wrong with other brothers, and you wrong in the eyes of God. And folks that still sit here and say, but I'm gonna post what I want. Take that over God. Then we said you wouldn't want the young sister to dress in a revealing manner or in a manner that will incite the lust of men. You wouldn't want her to dress like this because it'll attract predatory men, and the sister is not wise enough to guard herself from the different attacks of the predators. Cool. So her lack of wisdom and her lack of knowledge will lead to her being prey. All right. It will lead to her getting harmed. This same thing we can say for any adult sister, because by you dressing in a certain manner and by you posting these pictures anyway, let me know, okay, she must not be fully educated on the downside of this. Cool. So obviously you're not as wise and you're not as knowledgeable as you think you is. Now, what harm will come from your lack of wisdom? A study by Princeton University proved that men viewing women who are covered versus viewing women who are uncovered, the uncovered women, the women dressed in more of a revealing way, lights up the part of their brain associated with tool usage, while the other sisters that are dressed modestly, that are covered, they lit up the part of the brain that invokes empathy and compassion and being gentle and kind towards someone. So human traits, treat somebody with the utmost respect, lit up the part of the brain that's like, okay, that sister dressed in a modest way. The sister dressed with the yams out and all that, bam, tool usage. Why is this important? Remember, your lack of knowledge that got you posting whatever you want to post will lead to you getting harmed, just like we said with the young sister. So by you posting whatever you posting and seeking that validation, you are leading more men to your DMs that don't respect you. You harming yourself by posting what you want to post. Lastly, we'll end with this. Another way you harm yourself. We're going to talk about dopamine. If you don't know what dopamine is, there's so many videos out here that explain it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Just open a new tab wherever you watching this at. Type in what is dopamine. Watch a little 1-2 minute video. That should explain it pretty good. Come back to this video. But if you already know what dopamine is, bam, let's keep going. But a sister that's posting seductive pictures online, get all these dudes hitting up in the DM, these likes, these comments, these heart eyes, maybe even cash apps, etc. That will give you a dopamine high. That's a very pleasurable feeling. So bam, they put you on high. Now, your brain want to maintain a healthy level of dopamine. Now, by maintaining this level, think about it like lifting weights. When you lift heavy weights, your body get used to that. So when you go back and lift some small fry weights, you like, man, this ain't even doing enough. This ain't doing enough for me. So to get that pump, bam, you got keep hitting the heavy weights. And the heavier in weights you keep going, that becomes your maintenance level. When you go under that, you like, this ain't enough. When you go over there, you like, ooh, it might be a little too much. You see what I'm saying? So bam, the higher you keep going, you keep pushing your average level up. All right. So if you so used to, again, let's say, if you used to getting 50 comments, 50 likes, 50 hard eyes, 50 different dudes showing you attention, that raises your base dopamine level. Now, when you don't have this amount, you crash. Some people, when they talk about dopamine, describe this crash sort of like a mini depression. So if you don't have this level that you like made consistent for yourself by keep doing what you're doing, when you don't have this, you feel like, oh, I'm tripping, something missing, You start to crave it. All right. So now, let's say you get with a man. Y'all in a monogamous relationship, y'all going strong, y'all trying to be solid. The man tell you, I ain't gonna lie, you shouldn't post these type of pictures. You shouldn't be entertaining folks online. You shouldn't even be allowing folks to keep flirting with you. Like, even that's a no-go. Why would you want folks to flirt with you if we supposed to be only entertaining each other? Cool, so he tell you cut all that out. You would think he mistreating you, or he doing too much, or he insecure, etc. Because when you don't have them 50, even though, bro, this one dude you taking serious might be complimenting you day in and day out. He might be doing everything right. Because you so used to that high dopamine level from posting your cheeks and getting a million dudes to like come in and all this, that, and third, seeing your cash apps. Since you so used to that, even though this one dude locked in, he doing everything right, complimenting you, treating you right, taking you out, spending time with you, etc. Since you so used to this don't feel like nothing. So from you doing this for so long, when you try to really lock in, you made yourself not even like this no more. From constantly raising your dopamine levels from all these other dudes. You harming yourself. Yeah, miss, I post what I want. I do what I want. It's my account. I post for myself. I don't post for validation. Whatever. Yeah, you. From doing that for so long, that's where you put your dopamine level at. So like I said, when you try to lock in, give it this one dude, it don't feel like enough. It don't feel like you getting as much out of it as when you was a hot girl. Luckily for you, it is a way to regulate again your dopamine levels and bring them back to where they should naturally be. But that comes with withdrawing yourself from what you've been doing. All them posting, you gotta stop. So bro, right when he telling you to stop, cause guess what? If your dopamine level up here and just one dude compliment you don't feel like enough, this feel unsatisfactory. When you bring it back down, you will fall more in love in a relationship. So bro, right, you shouldn't be posting it. But like we said earlier, when we feel like we grown, I can do what I want, that gives you an arrogance that make you unteachable. No dude want to be with somebody that's not willing to learn. So you hurt yourself again. Because now you're making yourself a less worthy candidate. But we're going to stop it right here. Should women be able to just post anything? No, bro, that's unwise. It hurt the people around you. It hurt the communities around you. A nation is built on the basis of marriage. If you doing something that harms other marriages, you are harming the nation. No, you shouldn't be able to post whatever you want to. Simple as that. You're harming other brothers and sisters. You're harming the children that's going to rise up and run our nation. You harming yourself. And you look bad in the eyes of God. Simple as that. So, all of them is, I post what I want. I do whatever I want. This should have answered your question. Is it okay for you to post whatever you want? Is it okay for you to post seductive pictures? Is it okay for you to post turn around with the cheeks out? Any of that? No. If you watch this video and you know somebody who do these things, send it to them with a bunch of exclamation marks in the message. Send it to them. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all tapping in on this episode of Don't Be a Viking Podcast. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. If y'all enjoyed it, mind like, comment, subscribe, share it, all that good stuff. I'll holler at y'all. Yes, sir, Ski.